This new rendition of Robin Hood is much like last year's King Arthur Legend of the Sword, in that wishes to start a superhero franchise with a character from English lore rather than a comic book. However, Robin Hood is so much more. For one thing, it's a much stupider movie than King Arthur was, and thus, counterintuitively, infinitely more fun. Taron Egerton stars as Robin of Locksley, a rich kid who finds himself drafted into a war. This is set in a year that Robin tells us he can't remember, but was apparently a year when the only weapon in the world was bows and arrows, and everyone had to figure out the best way to use them, whether it be the traditional bow, crossbow, machine gun bow, machine bow, an arrow rocket launcher, really big arrow launcher. In battle, Robin encounters John, Jamie Foxx, the two allied to fight the evil sheriff of Nottingham, Ben Mendelsohn. The best way to describe Robin Hood would be to call it a political action movie written by someone whose understanding of politics is key words and phrases. The main villains are big government and the church, who abuse both rich and poor alike. The villains seem like something Ayn Rand might come up with in one of her novels. However, the hero is the most infamous socialist in the world, something Rand would despise. Further, take from the rich and give to the poor is to Ayn Rand as celibacy is to Bill Clinton. However, the movie just chugs along, acting as though it's a profound think piece. One of its charms is its apparent ignorance in its own stupidity. The movie throws around phrases like redistribution of wealth in an effort to be clever. There's a party scene where it's clear the guests are supposed to be rich celebrities, but since the government is taxing everyone into oblivion, where are these extravagant people coming from? The movie also has the previously mentioned superhero premise, utilizing Robin Hood as the lone vigilante, who throughout most of the movie conceals his identity and goes by the moniker The Hood. Naturally, he gets many camera shots clearly copied from comic book movies, as well as a soundtrack that frequently copies from Hans Zimmer's The Dark Knight score. Robin Hood is a terrible movie, but I would be lying if I said I didn't enjoy chunks of this film. It bounces between boring and so bad it's good, with just so much from the latter that you don't get too bored. It's easily the most fun you can have at bad big budget movie this year.